Hey VC, Ed here from New Haven, Connecticut. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm here to throw my hat in the ring to show some EPs, extended plays that I have in my collection. Brian Embryonic Robot did an EP video a short while back, and a lot of folks have jumped on that as well and made it a thread and showed the EPs in their collection also, which has been pretty cool. And initially, when I saw Brian's video, I responded and I said, I don't think I really have a lot of EPs. I have pretty much straight up 12-inch singles, tons of 7-inch singles. As some folks know, but I didn't think I had a lot of EPs. And surprisingly, when I started to pour through the collection over the past couple of days, I came across quite a good amount. So I'm here to show 10 of them here in chronological order. So a couple of them have been shown in other videos, so hopefully there's no duplicates here. And we're off. First up, the Fleshtones and Up Front from 1980, debut EP, pretty much their debut release. They had a release a couple years earlier that got put out a couple years after this. So no home should be without the Fleshtones. Ultimate garage rock party band, phenomenal. Still out there today, still making great music. All originals on here except for the cover of the Stones tune, Play With Fire. It's the Fleshtones Up Front, pretty hard to find. I was psyched when I snagged this a couple of years ago. And it's an IRS, and the label is a bit unique. So I'll show you the label for side 1 and side 2. Ooh, there we go. Lots of fun with that. Fleshtones and Up Front. All right, next up from 1981, a real kick-ass EP by a great band, and that is Romeo Void and Never Say Never, produced by Rick Ocasek. I can remember seeing this video for the first time on MTV when I was like, I don't know, 13, maybe like 14, 15 years old. And I was like, what is this? It just totally hooked me. I'd never seen anything like it before, never heard anything like it before. So Never Say Never is on here with 3 other tracks. Everyone is just a barn burner. So a great, phenomenal EP that came out between their first and second official releases. So Romeo Void with Never Say Never from 1981. 1982, new wave classic, Scandal, right? Opens up with the 1-2 punch of Goodbye to You and Love's Got a Line on You. Great stuff right here. 5-track EP, fantastic. Patti Smith, Patti Smythe, I never can make up my mind. Anyway, Scandal right here with Goodbye to You, a classic. And what's great about these EPs, I've been pulling them out, I've been playing them, and this is stuff I haven't heard in a dog's age. Like, it's been easily over 20 years since I played this thing, and I just forgot how fresh and how fun it is. So all this stuff is really great. So Scandal with Goodbye to You and others. Next up, 1982, one that's a bit of a disappointment, but it's here as a filler because I got to have all their stuff, and that is the B-52s and Mesopotamia, which was produced by David Byrne. So the story goes, my understanding is that they brought David Byrne in to produce which would be the third LP, turned out to be Whammy, but they did some tracks with David Byrne, and it just really wasn't going anywhere, it wasn't clicking. So they decided to cut their losses and release what they had in the can as this EP. And I guess what I could say about it is that it sounds like the B-52s, but it doesn't feel like the B-52s. All the songs are very mid-tempo, almost kind of boring. There's no vocal interplay between Fred and the girl, so it's really just kind of a letdown. The only track that maybe works in that vein is the last track, Nip in the Bud. But in essence, so they scrapped the David Byrne sessions. This is what came out of it. And then they regrouped with Whammy, which came out the following year, which was an absolutely fantastic record. So, but EP from the B-52s, Mesopotamia. Also to note, they're not even anywhere on the cover here. There's illustrations, but there's no actual photo of the band as well. Coming up next in 1983 is the Bluebells with Kath. Great fun, jangly, instrumental pop. Really, really good. Kath is the big tune, very catchy. It's one of those songs you kind of bop your head around to as you listen to it, right? Kath, whoa, whoa. Great stuff right there. Phenomenal stuff. Elvis Costello produced the last track, Aim in Life. And I think one of these guys ended up helping out the Smiths for a while as another guitarist. Am I getting that right from the Bluebells? Anyway, Kath from 83. Yeah, good stuff right here. Next up from 1985, right, 1985, UB40, Little Bag of Rhythm. Played this a lot back in the day in high school at house parties. So this is a couple of tracks from Bag of Rhythm, the UK LP, along with, of course, their duet with Christy Hynde doing I Got You Babe, and a remake of 1 in 10 is on here as well. So a really, really cool EP. I'll show you the label. It's a little bit unique. Side A is here, and the unique part is the second side right here. Pretty cool stuff right there. So UB40 and Little Bag of Rhythm. Coming up, 1987, Julian Cope, World Shut Your Mouth. That's a promo copy I got here back in my college radio station days. One of the first alternative artists, I would say, back in the time I got into. His very poppy Julian Cope, very catchy. Also covers Pierre Ubu, Non-Alignment Pact. He covers that on here as well. There's the track listing. Hope you folks can see that. So great stuff. Julian Cope, World Shut Your Mouth. Excellent. One of my favorite bands out of Boston, 1986, Scruffy the Cat. A very small catalog, a couple of EPs, a couple of long players, and that's about it. Fantastic bar band, rock and roll, absolutely fantastic. I love Scruffy the Cat. I've talked about them before. If you don't have any of them, just like the Flesh Tones, just anytime you see it, just grab whatever you can find from either of those bands. Absolutely fantastic. Charlie Chesterman is on here, right here. Passed away, but he was the frontman and main songwriter for these guys. So High Octane Revival, Scruffy the Cat EP right here from 1986. Really good stuff. 1987, I've shown this before for other videos, the Dream Syndicate 50 in a 25 zone. Might be a little bit of a cheat. We got two versions of the track on side A and then some non-LP stuff on the B side. Drinking Problem is also a great song. So Dream Syndicate right here with 50 in a 25 zone. And I'll finish up from 1991, a band that is ended way too soon, is Material Issue. And this is the Material Issue EP from 1991. This has on here an acoustic version of Diane, taken from International Pop Overthrow, with a couple of additional tracks. They do a live cover of Paul Simon's The Boxer, and Echo Beach. It's not the Martha and the Muffins cover. It's actually an original as well. So great stuff right here from Material Issue from 1991. So that's it. Those are my EPs. Hope you like that. Brian, that was a great idea. Figured I'd get mine out there before people were showing stuff and I would have to make some changes. So all good. So feel free to like, comment, having a good time in the VC as always. And like I always say, with everything going out there today, and there's a lot going on out there today, let's make sure to step back, take a moment, and be kind to one another. Thanks, folks. Have a good rest of your day.